The Bahamas maintaining its competitive edge in the cruise ship industry. However, officials say there's still a lot of work to be done to prevent other destinations from gaining ground. Fern Carey has this.
Despite fierce competition from major stakeholders in the region, the Bahamas is still leading the way in the cruise industry. Figures show that some 3 million cruise passengers visit this destination each year, and those numbers are expected to grow moving forward. Director of Cruise Development is Carla Stewart.
We did extremely well in the first quarter. We saw a growth of about 15%. The second quarter was also very good. The good thing too is that in Grand Bahama, we've had a great injection of visitors through Bahama Celebration.
Despite the numbers, however, Stewart believes more needs to be done to reinvigorate and refresh our tourism product.
We need to improve on the overall experience. We need to improve on the look of the immediate port area, the downtown area, and certainly the revitalization of the Bay Street area is really going to be a plus for us. So we look forward to that. We also need to improve on the number of tours that we have available.
The cruise director believes visitors will get a better feel for the destination if they're exposed to a wider range of programs that showcase Bahamian culture.
There are so many experiences, like cooking experiences, even as simple as dine around experiences. The cruise lines have asked for bonfire experiences. Jeep tours are quite popular in other destinations, but certainly more land-based tours that we can put our own personal touch on for us Bahamians.
Meantime, December is expected to be a banner month for the cruise industry, according to cruise officials. Fern Carey, ZNS News.
Newly elected school board members challenged to do due diligence in carrying out their duties. The group was sworn in at the Anatole Rogers High School yesterday. Carla Palmer has the story.
Call it the changing of the guards. As former school board members are thanked for their service, a newly elected group of over 200 welcomed to office. The 3-year term is an unpaid leadership responsibility, a continued answer to the call of volunteerism toward nation building, as this marks the 6th time this exercise is taking place since school boards were enacted. Education Minister Desmond Bannister reminding the group just what they signed up for.
Your membership on the various school boards within this New Providence district places you in the position to do considerably more for our schools than any other citizens within our community. It means that you have made yourselves available to assist the school's administrators and to assist the teachers with the daily operation of the school.
To stray from their sworn responsibilities would not be a good thing, says Minister Bannister, putting the group on notice of what he describes as an awesome responsibility they should take very seriously.
It makes absolutely no sense for you to take this oath tonight, affirming your commitment to this office, and then 6 months later, you have voluntarily demitted office, thus either causing another election to take place to fill the vacancy, or you are being ineffective in what you are supposed to be doing.
Primary to the duties of elected officers is ensuring that minor repairs are carried out to the physical maintenance of schools, as well as handling funds.
I want to caution everybody here that we have to be fiscally responsible, that we have to display integrity in carrying out our office, because we are handling government funds.
Unflinching of their commitment, the group has sworn to enable our children to foster competence, character, and citizenship in the pursuit of excellence in education. Carla Palmer, ZNS News.
Well, let's stay tuned for our War Veterans Special Reports. Tonight, Ianthea Smith talks with Bahamian war vets John McKay and Stanley Benaby about their time in the Royal Air Force.
These days, 92-year-old John McKay spends most of his time at home painting, a more low-key and softer hobby, which may not lead you to believe that this man was once a soldier in World War II.
The Station Army, that's where I was stationed. The Station Army, all guns, bullets, and bombs, and parachute. Okay. And he used to take care of all that.
McKay, who hails from San Salvador, enlisted in the Army in 1942 at the age of 24.
In fact, I got married while I was in there, and I got married in August 45, just a couple of months before the war over.
McKay served his 3 years based right at home in Nassau. After he was discharged, he says he went into the hotel industry and taxi businesses, a life he says was well lived. And then there's this former soldier.
Stanley Benby, the one and only. Stanley Clarence Benby.
He needs no introduction. At 95 years old, Mr. Benby seems to have just as much vigor and wit as he did in his heyday.
I was working with the Royal Air Force before I joined it. They was here in Nassau, and they brought the training service of the Royal Air Force came to the Bahamas because the danger of training in the theater of operation. So to bring them out of the theater of operation to train. That's the way to get here, the first place.
But he says it was his determination to become a flight mechanic that made him sign up with the Bahamas Air Service Squadron. In 2 words, he says it was a wonderful experience.
I want to become an engineer. That's my key factor.
For joining?
And I did. I never stopped until I become an inspector, a safety inspector for the airline. So you know what the TUES is? I become a safety inspector for the airline. They send me all over the world. I've been to Iceland. I've been every place you can think of where aircraft is to be trained, to be able to do this job. And I guess I done well.
But for these soldiers, well done is an understatement. Our week-long War Veteran series continues tomorrow with Ormond Poitier and Reverend Matthias Monroe. I am Thea Smith, ZNS News.